Remember the last time you lost a sale to the competition when you clearly had a better product at the right price? Remember the last time your prospect said to you, "I'm happy with my existing supplier and can't see the need to change." Or when a prospect said to you, "I'd like to think it over and get back to you next week," and then they never do. To most of us, these experiences are worse than a punch in the gut. All too many times we hear people say the same thing: "My product is great, I can't understand why people aren't buying it." But when we talk further to them or check out their website or shop, we can see exactly why they're struggling to get the sales that they want. Simply creating a great product isn't enough. You need to know how to sell it if you want to make success of your business, and to do that you need to avoid these 5 key mistakes. The first mistake is lack of clarity. Lack of clarity is by far the greatest reason why people don't buy from you. If your proposition is unclear and difficult to understand, then the chances are that your customer will have the same trouble understanding it too. There are plenty of ways in which you can test your proposition, and one of the simplest ways is to ask people who you know whether they can understand it. If they look even the slightest bit confused, then the chances are that you need to modify your message. Overcomplicating a proposition is another classic mistake made by entrepreneurs. Overcomplicating or offering too much will confuse the prospect. Address one key problem or idea and offer a solution just for that. Don't try and address multiple problems at the same time. Keep your proposition simple and clear so that there is zero ambiguity in the prospect's mind. The third key mistake is failing to listen. Ask yourself this question: how do you feel when a salesperson attempts to shove a product down your throat? It's annoying, isn't it? You've been gifted with 2 ears and 1 mouth, so use them in that proportion. When you spend time listening to the customer, you're more likely to really understand their pain points and be able to offer them a solution that fits their needs, not sell them something that they don't want. By listening to them and understanding their needs, you're also in a better position to establish trust, as the prospect will feel like you have their interest at heart. Mistake number 4 is targeting the wrong audience. You may have the best marketing campaign in the world, but if you're not talking to the right people, it won't work. One of the first tasks you need to do is to identify your target market. Don't be afraid of narrowing your target audience down to a clear niche of potential customers. It's much better to be clear about a specific segment of customers and create marketing communication that addresses their specific problems or needs. Sadly, most businesses do the opposite. They worry that by narrowing their audience they reduce their potential market. But in fact, all they are doing is watering down their marketing and competing with more businesses in a broad market. Remember, you can't be everything to everyone. One of the things you can do is create a customer profile. This will identify who your customers are, their buying patterns, pain points, and the sort of objections you'll face. The more specific and clear you are about who would buy from you, the more likely you are to create marketing communication they'll take notice of and act on. The 5th mistake is you haven't made it easy to buy. Once you've attracted potential customers to your website, signed them up for your mailing list, or encouraged them to walk through the business door, how do you close a sale? Do you make taking that final step and committing to buy easy? Or do you lose the customer at the final hurdle? If you have an online store or response mechanism, have you ensured it's friendly? Is it easy to understand? Have you minimized the number of clicks that they need to make? Are your calls to action clear and spread around the page? Do you encourage people to commit with special offers or time-limited promotions? Is your pricing clear? If you have a physical shop, is it welcoming? Can customers easily find what they want? Is it obvious where and how they pay? Try to look at your website or physical business from a customer's point of view and make sure it's as easy and comfortable as possible for them to buy. Even better, ask someone whose opinion you trust to visit your site or business as a potential customer and ask them how they found the experience. Was there anything that confused them or seemed like hard work? It's worth taking the time and effort to get this last piece of the jigsaw right.